As for the Ravens, how do we chalk this up? Do we chalk this up to the Steelers are really good and that they exposed their Achilles heel, which is penalties? I don't know how John cleans this one up because it's been an issue. It's been an issue all year long. They've had 23 penalties accepted against them over the last 2 weeks. They lead the NFL in both penalties and penalty yards. Usually we don't talk about that with the Ravens. But that lost fumble on the first drive by Derrick Henry, 2 snaps in, led to the first 3 of 6 for Boswell. That started the miscues. Justin Tucker missed 2 field goals in the first quarter. That's the first time in his career he missed multiple field goals in a single quarter of a game.
That was shocking.
The Ravens had 3 giveaways, 2 missed field goals, and 12 penalties. You're not going to win a division game on the road doing that. It's their first, it's the first game any team in the NFL has had 3 or more giveaways, 2 or more missed field goals, or 10 or more penalties in a game over the last 5 seasons. So do you say that's the Steelers? Or, man, that is something the Ravens can't fix? Or Lamar does by having games with 400 total yards, 500 total yards, and you're not going to do that against the Steelers team. And there might be other teams in the playoffs you're not going to do that against. Certainly if you got to go in their house. Or do you say it's the first time the Ravens have had multiple giveaways all year long in a game? Or it's the first time the Ravens have had 3 or more giveaways all year long in a game? First time Baltimore's had 3 or more giveaways, 2 or more missed field goals in a game since 2011. Maybe it's just one of those days.
That weirdly felt like a Lamar playoff game, though.
Which is struggle on offense. I mean, he did hit Zay Flowers in the chest on one, right? And he
him
did
in the helmet.
And he did. And he did, right in the helmet.
Yeah.
Or he did hit Zay Flowers. Did score a touchdown.
Yeah, he held on to it.
You know what I mean? He held on to it. And they made a game of it, and then Russ starts throwing moonballs again. How do you chalk that up? Well, if you're Raven, you're like, you know what? Division games are, and by the way, way more punches thrown in this game than Tyson Paul.
Well done.
Thank you. And it's just one of those games you just say, we'll get them next time. Because there's going to be a next time. And that happens week 16. Their next 2 games, man, before their bye. The Harbaugh next, 1 week from tonight, just up the road. Then the Keystone State welcomes them again. This time they welcome Philadelphia in before a bye at Tommy Cutlets. That will not be Daniel Jones in week 15. We'll talk about that later on. Pittsburgh at Houston, Cleveland. And again, just like we talked about with the Chiefs and just like we're talking about with Pittsburgh, the Ravens are also playing on Christmas Day, which means they've got a Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday tilt, weeks 15 through 17. At least for them, they're coming off of a bye. So they'll be healthy and rested for that crazy stretch. I got to wonder if the Ravens are looking at a wild card right now. But anything can happen. And the Steelers did show on offense that Russ can revert. But I don't know how you handle it with the Ravens. I'm not going to sit here and claim one thing or another that their division hopes are gone and that they're not very good and that it's unfixable, or it's just one of those days. And they almost damn won in Pittsburgh anyway.
It could be just one of those days, but the defense is a little suspect.
But they tightened the bolts, man.
I wonder if that says more about the Steelers.
Again, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Interesting game.
And Roquan Smith went out with a hamstring injury. Right. That is going to be particularly difficult to sustain. Mm-hmm. But TJ Watt, he's would you say he's your defensive player of the year front runner right now?
Oh, I would think so.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
What he's doing. Unbelievable. Again.
Yeah, he's a massive, massive favorite in the odds.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right now. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.